cylinder bladders.
Oh, I know.
Like 100-gallon bladder that's fed by it.
Or
Yeah.
just, well,
If you don't, that's all you
Inside
find.
the house, that's how it's in. And then you don't do this, like, not, I'm not gonna sprinkle, I'll sprinkle
Yeah,
my, my yard,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, we'll bring the meeting to order.
Okay, we'll bring the meeting to order. This is the annual meeting of the electors. We have minutes. Is there a motion to approve last year's minutes? Chief Gordon Temple makes that motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Who? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. We'll now give the annual report. Get nice and close.
Okay. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. I would like to welcome everyone to this year's annual meeting of the electors. It is my pleasure to present the annual report. The general fund serves as the lifeline for all funding, supporting essential expenditures like salaries and bills. Maintaining a healthy general fund balance is crucial for ensuring financial stability. This fiscal year marks our second consecutive balanced budget achieved through zero-based budgeting. Under this policy, departments receive necessary operational funding, while one-time high-cost expenditures were categorized as capital improvement projects, otherwise known as CIPs, and financed separately from their operational budgets. Last year's general operating costs totaled $842,000, excluding CIPs. Additionally, we generated $300,000 in extra revenue through land and cemetery plot sales, which funded vital community improvement projects. As a result, we anticipate ending the fiscal year with an operational surplus of about 12%, which is approximately $105,000. This success is attributed to rigorous accountability, zero-based budgeting, and efficient financial management. By prioritizing capital improvements, aggressively pursuing grants, and practicing prudent fiscal planning, each department maximized resources to achieve more with less. Importantly, all these achievements were made without increasing taxes, ensuring fiscal responsibility and community benefits. Note from Treasurer Dillahay: we have identified a number of township account balances that are inaccurate and have been for years. We are working to correct them, establish checklists, and month-long closing processes to reduce the risk of happening in the future. We have amended prior years inaccurately, filed payroll tax returns, corrected tax payments, and answered correspondence from the IRS and state of Michigan, reducing these events to zero. We expanded office hours from 4 p.m. each day, and we have office open on Fridays. We also have been open for business on select Saturdays to accommodate taxpayers who are not available during normal office hours. Note from Clerk Riesman: the clerk's office must be viewed as the oil that lubricates the machine. Without it, you have inefficiency and breakdowns. The board requires this assistance to run efficiently and effectively. Budgets, project tracking, assets, payroll, payables, financial reporting, tax reporting, cemetery, elections, park and meeting room reservation, board packets, meeting minutes, accounting, audits, grants, grant process, capital improvement process, projects, and the process for the CIPs, airports, roads, file systems, and record retention are all the clerk's responsibility. Problems resolved from previous boards. Workman's comp audits. We had 3 in 2023 versus a typical 1 per year. Tax returns refiled to avoid IRS payments. Personal credit cards were canceled, then replaced with community credit cards through C&B, then new reliable credit community card company found at PNC. New ballot containers replaced the illegal bags. Tax incremental financing reports. We did 3 in 2023 versus typically 1 per year for the DDA. Trailer parks tax payments reinstituted in 2023 and recovered for the last 5 years of non-payment. Office personnel. Our office staff and elected Officials have exceeded their statutory duties to ensure effective operations. We hired our current administrative assistant with professional experience in office and elections assistance, crucial for managing 4 elections this year. Through cross-training, these professionals now work year-round, supported by volunteers on special projects, enabling our office to operate 5 days a week from 9 to 4. Cemetery improvements. Oak Hill and Ohioville cemeteries have seen significant enhancements, including improved grounds and renovated buildings at Oak Hill. We updated Pontum Cemetery software to serve as our master database with backup master cards. Increased and published fees covering operational costs, allowing us to effectively validate remaining burial locations. Elections. This year, we managed 4 elections, potentially 7 days with early voting. Prioritizing the neglected qualified voter file was crucial. Over 200 voters were placed on residency verification. 22 deceased voters were removed, and 20 voters were disqualified due to residency changes. These steps significantly bolstered election integrity. Park and meeting room reservations. Developed a website status and notification process to provide more transparency and access than wall calendars. Police pension fund. 2 years ago, the police pension fund had a liability of almost $1 million. This year, we were able to make an additional $300,000 voluntary contribution to benefit the police, the township government, and the taxpayer. It should bring our underfunded liability down to approximately $550,000 range. Township record storage. The township records room was completely redone and organized, and appropriate records destroyed according to the Records Retention Act requirements. Thank you, Jan and Jay, for your reports. This has truly been a remarkable year for the people of Tuscarora Township. This board heard your concerns about the decaying and neglected infrastructure throughout the community loud and clear, and we made it the highest priority. With the help of many volunteers and dedicated board of trustees, this community has achieved significant milestones in improving roads, bridges, parks, road ends, cemeteries, township buildings, the airport, light, and sewers. So let's discuss roads. Club Road, long plagued by serious decay for decades, faced the prospect of being downgraded to gravel. This would not only have hampered traffic to the boat launch and Marina Park, but also posed safety concerns. We utilized federal COVID monies to complete this essential paving project. Navinoy Road has recently been paved, benefiting users of the boat launch and enhancing the quality of life for residents by eliminating dust and potholes. Gravel and brining have been applied to unimproved roads township-wide, addressing washouts, potholes, and unsafe conditions. The township has provided the road commission with much needed funds for gravel and repairs, which will continue through October. Brining these roads helps control dust, a significant issue for residents living on these roads. Bridges. The bridge on Straits Highway has some minor issues underneath, including peeling concrete, wall paint that not only looks unsightly, but exposes the structure to salt and road debris. The County Road Commission has generously provided the necessary paint. Supervisor Kramer and his grandson Blake have already started scraping, and the township volunteers will finish the cleaning, scraping, and painting soon. River steps. Completion of the steps from River Street to Indian River is a significant achievement. While initial cost estimates were far off, ensuring safe access was paramount given the dangers posed by the deteriorating previous steps. The new steps are not only safe and ADA compliant, but also aesthetically pleasing, promising years of use. Parks. Wash Basin Park has many improvements thanks to a county grant. Volunteers and employees have been hard at work renovating the concession stand, bathrooms, and bleachers. Gravel has been laid on the driveways with more planned. The township's acquisition of a new dump-style truck promises long-term utility for our employees. Marina Park has had extensive gravel placement to reinforce parking areas, enhancing usability during wet weather, and improving overall parking conditions. Last fall, a dedicated group of citizens came together to beautify the township hall, river steps, Marina Park, boat dock, and boat launch areas, evident this spring with the blooming daffodils and tulips across the township. Over 2,000 daffodil bulbs were planted last year with another 2,000 planned for this fall. Hideaway Park. Gravel has been added to correct mud and washout issues on the driveway, and a park-style grill has been installed, making the park more accessible and enhancing its usability and atmosphere. The Evo Beach Park. The wall between the beach and the grassy area has been extended, coupled with the ongoing exceptional maintenance efforts by our parks employees and the Parks Commission, ensures the park remains pristine. Efforts are underway to secure a DNR grant for new restrooms, crucial when the sewer systems are constructed. Road ends. Access to our waterways via road ends is crucial for our citizens to enjoy lakes, rivers, and streams. Over the years, many road ends have been abolished and others have been overgrown and neglected, making public access nearly impossible. These road ends, as the name suggests, mark the termination points of roads. They belong to the public, not adjacent property owners. While they are publicly owned and maintained by the county, maintenance has not been a priority for the Road Commission. Thanks to your voices, we have collaborated with the Road Commission to prioritize the maintenance improvement of these road ends. With the dedicated support of volunteers and the County Road Commission, we have identified several neglected road ends for restoration, making them accessible and usable once again for the entire community. This effort underscores our commitment to enhancing public access to our natural water resources, ensuring these valuable assets are enjoyed by all. Cemeteries, almost done. Significant progress has been made at Oak Hill Cemetery with completed refurbishment of the building and foundation fortification funded by a Blight grant at no cost to the taxpayers here of Tuscarora. Tree trimming has enhanced the aesthetics with diseased or problematic trees removed. While Ohioville Cemetery requires some minor attention, overall cemetery conditions of both cemeteries have vastly improved thanks to the diligent efforts of our maintenance crew. Township buildings and properties. A $200,000 grant facilitated much needed repairs of this building and property. Foundation repairs are underway on the south side with collaboration from the library, police department, and township supervisor to secure the necessary funding. The board successfully sold property in Commerce Park, which had been on the market for many years, along with the other township-owned properties that were not in use. The revenue generated from these sales have been instrumental in funding infrastructure projects. Housing and economic development. The shortage of middle-income housing is a significant challenge in our community, affecting professionals like teachers, nurses, and small business owners who struggle to find suitable housing options. This issue often forces families to relocate, disrupting community stability and cohesion. To address this pressing need, a developer has purchased land in Commerce Park with plans to construct housing specifically tailored to middle-income professionals. This initiative aims to retain local talent, foster community growth, and provide housing solutions that align with the needs of our residents. Furthermore, Tuscarora Township is establishing a municipal parking lot in a strategic location along the trail in Martha Street North. This area is conveniently situated near the downtown shopping district, making it an ideal location for a public parking facility. Preliminary engineering plans have already been developed, and efforts are ongoing to secure the USDA funding to move the project forward. Enhancing parking infrastructure not only supports local businesses by improving accessibility, but also enhances overall convenience for residents and visitors alike. These initiatives highlight our commitment to tackling critical housing shortages and enhancing infrastructure within Tuscarora Township. By addressing these challenges, we aim to create a sustainable and vibrant community that meets the needs of current and future residents for years to come. Let's talk airport. Volunteer hangar owners have been instrumental in maintaining and improving airport facilities, often donating equipment and labor. We hired a company to do the crack sealing on the runway, and some of the airport volunteers, along with Supervisor Kramer, rolled up their sleeves and got the line painting done, ensuring compliance with the MDOT aeronautics standards and securing funds for future airport improvements from timber sales. Other improvements. Blight enforcement continues to target trash, unregistered vehicles, and overgrown properties like those on Parking and King Roads. Removal of 2 mobile homes on Frontenac has mitigated blight issues at no cost to taxpayers. Community Dump Day, initiated last year due to public demand, will return again this August, offering free disposal services to residents. Broadband expansion efforts supported by various community entities are underway across Sheboygan County, including underserved areas in Tuscarora Township. The new VA clinic is operational, benefiting local veterans and the broader community. Additionally, Pat and Gary's Party Store have made significant contributions to our local economy and community vibrancy. Bigby Coffee will be operational soon with the paving of the parking lot. The township board meetings are now being broadcast live on YouTube for increased transparency and community engagement. For more information, please visit our website. Downtown Commercial Rehab District. Efforts are underway to establish a downtown commercial rehabilitation district, essential for securing MEDC grants and loans to support local business improvements. These initiatives demonstrate our commitment to enhancing our downtown area without increasing taxes. If the rehab district is passed, we look forward to working with all of our small business owners, including Mr. Jakeway of North Star Gardens, on his proposed $6 million project. Sewers. We are in the process of fulfilling the most important citizen-driven project in the history of Tuscarora Township. Years ago, during the first sewer project in the commercial district, a board member at that time said she would never do another sewer project, ever. Well, we are doing not one, not two, not three, but four, for a total of 4 sewer projects, including phase 1, 2, 3, and an Eagle-funded plant upgrade. This project is estimated to be a $16 million investment and would not be possible without the numerous funding sources we were able to obtain. The Special Assessment District has been established for phase 1, and the bids have been received for phase 2. If all goes well, we'll be set to have shovels in the ground as soon as August. There is still a lot of work to be done and hoops to jump through, and thanks to the many citizens who helped initiate this project, also to Congressman Bergman, Senator Peters, Senator Stabenow, who helped us get a federal earmark, to Anna and Olive Schwab, who lobbied on our behalf in Washington, D.C., who are professional lobbyists and charged us nothing to do that, to Representative Cavett and Senator Jamus, who helped push the project when it was getting bogged down at the state level, and to the many people that were behind the scenes. With everyone working together, we are actually at the cusp of achieving the impossible. Fireworks. July 4th is a community parade, and the 5th is our fireworks. It will be the most spectacular show we have ever had, thanks to the many community donations. This is an important event, not only for our community, but for the country, as it is an event that brings everyone together for one purpose, to be thankful for our country and to honor those who have preserved our freedom. We will be having a DJ who will provide entertainment for a huge community beach party, which was a smash last year. It was great. And then during the show to honor our patriots. Please plan on attending this event, either on land or by water. It will be an evening to remember. Lastly, I would like to personally extend my gratitude to the township employees, including our office staff, parks employees, our police officers for their professionalism and dedication to get the jobs done. I would also like to thank the many volunteers who work on committees with absolute no pay or compensation, just their love and devotion to this community that inspires them to get involved. I would also like to thank the many volunteers and community organizations who show up to help with community projects, from planting flowers, working at the airport, cleaning road ends, or working at the food distributions, just to name a few, all of which are equally important. That is what brings communities together, and this is what keeps Tuscarora strong. God bless everyone, and have a safe and happy summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Now it's time for public comment, up to 3 minutes. Chief, did you want to talk about the 4th of July?
I was gonna do that at the regular meeting.
Could you do it here too? It wouldn't hurt,
Absolutely.
if you wouldn't mind.
No problem. So this year, obviously, we're expecting a very, very large show this year.
Gordon, Mike.
So this year, we're expecting a very large show this year, so we are gonna be making some changes to how the Fourth of July fireworks are done. Down at DeVoe Beach, we will be closing the parking lot to vehicle traffic after 3 p.m. If you have a handicap sticker or a handicap license plate, we are only going to allow the handicapped people to be able to drive down and park after 3. That has been one issue that has been a complaint for years for the 4th of July. Is having the handicapped people have to park downtown and walk. So we're gonna try that this year. Also, the Indian River itself is going to be closed for 15 minutes after the fireworks display are done. That's a 15-minute cool down period. I've had complaints from the sheriff's department who's out there on their boats and the DNR. As soon as the final finale happens, everybody rushes towards that river and they have to fight to try and keep those boat traffic back. And that's actually a requirement by the fireworks, the people who shoot them off, that they have to have that 15-minute cool down period. So we're trying to get that out so people know that as soon as the grand finale is over, to just wait 15 minutes and then we'll open the river back up. Last year we had major issues with people parking in the no parking zone. So we're going to be really flooding that area this year. Be conscious where you're parking your cars. If you're in a no parking zone, that vehicle will be towed away. There's going to be help from the sheriff's department. They're going to come down with some of their marked units, plus all of my department's going to be working. So just be very conscientious. Okay, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Chief, I have a
Yes.
question. Can you tell them why we have no park zones for ambulances?
So, yeah, the reason we do that is we have emergency vehicles down there. There's ambulances that are parked down there, there are fire trucks. We have to be able to get those emergency vehicles in and out in case of emergency. So, Oaks Lynn, last year, we had so many vehicles parked on both sides of the road. It was literally one lane, and we would have never been able to get a fire truck down there or get a fire truck out of there because they were already there. So just be very conscientious as to where you're parking at, okay? Thank you.
Public comment?
It's just really a question for clarification. As I understand it, any car that is in the parking lot prior to 3 has to leave
Correct.
if they do not have handicap.
Yes, and we are going to have signage in there early in the morning, so everybody is well aware of that. Up to 3 o'clock, we will allow people to come down there, unload their coolers or their tents and their grills and all that, but after 3 o'clock, it's going to be shut down.
Thanks, Pat. Public comment, please. Anyone else? Sir?
Would it be helpful if you had a sign?
Could I have your name, please?
Mark Melvin.
Mark, thank you.
A sign on the river. We put one at Columbus Beach there. I can take care of that.
Yes, I'm going to do that.
All right.
In fact, the signs are being there, and very, very nice to meet you. My daughter speaks very highly.
Any other public comment? Okay, thank you all for coming. Is there a motion from the electors to adjourn?
So moved.
Who was that? Jan Dillhay, second. Mrs. McGinnis, seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you for coming. Sewer meeting in 7 minutes.